Hey guys, here's a new story that I made on Storybird called Sophie by me. In the summary is Sophie has a dream of romance. The artist is Pascal Campion. It's age 8 to 12 and the subject of the story is romance and dreams. Sophie, the twin of Sabrina, was a troublemaker. Her and Sabrina were the eldest of their siblings. Sophie was only 3 minutes older than Sabrina. She told her parents about meeting a guy one day, but was like her. One day, Harold and the kids went to the Love Mountain. This is where you two girls were born. Where you two were born, girls. Harold said. What does this mountain do? Jim, the youngest, asked. The English here will only come to if it is a job, life, or love wish. And do not tell only to your family. Harold told Jim, I wish I could marry a girl with a sense of humor, Jim shouted. I wish I could be a king when I am Dad's age. Ken before this shouted. The 5-year-old and 10-year-old stared at their 16-year-old sisters. I wish I could be like other girls, just like Sophie, Sabrina shouted. Sophie knew her wish. She smiled. I wish I could marry someone that is just like me, and I'll be the queen someday, Sophie shouted. When Sophie and her siblings got home, she was tired. Sophie asked her father, can you please tuck me in? Harold went to her room and did all the things he did when his daughter was younger. I need to talk to you. You're setting a bad example for your siblings. Now they want to be like you, Harold said. Sophie had a dream one night. She met a guy that was like her. Brendan, why see you? She asked. Yes, I am just around the corner from you, Brendan replied. In the morning, Sophie woke up. She walked around the corner and saw Brendan sitting on his porch. Hi, I'm Sophie. I saw you in my dream. She told Brendan, hey, I'm Brendan. I saw you in my dream, he replied. Sophie sat on the porch with him and said, you look sad. Why? I thought you were a happy boy. Brandon began to cry. My father died overnight. Well, I am here. I live in the castle, Sophie cried. She kissed Brandon on the cheek and got up. She waved goodbye to Brandon. At dinner, everyone had their own thing to talk about, and it was Sophie's turn. She got up and said, I think I am in love with Brandon. Everyone gasped, and that Sabrina giggled and said, I think your wish came true. Maybe one day he will love you back. Auntie was worried and said, I'm so sorry, Sophie, but we do not know him how old he is. Well, no, Sophie, you're gonna have to wait till you're 20 or 21. Ken did not like what his parents were saying. Sophie, go for it. It is your goal. Believe in yourself. Besides, we can all marry whoever we want, Ken cried. Sophie rode her bike down to his house. Brandon was still out there. How are you? Sophie asked. I am How old are you? Sophie asked. I am only 17. I just turned 17 2 days ago. Brandon replied. Sophie blushed and said, no, Brandon, you're a great guy. I think we are a perfect couple. Brandon nodded. Brandon almost blushed and said, I had a wish to find a woman that is like me. And that came true. When I saw you in my dream, I thought you beautiful. I had a big crush on you. Sophie hugged him. Only my parents would understand. We are a great couple, Sophie said. Brandon grabbed Sophie's hands and kissed her on the lips. After that, Sophie said, "See you tomorrow, Brandon." She hugged him tight. The next day, Brandon was nervous. Son, what are you so worried about?" his mother's boyfriend asked him. I am nervous to ask Sophie to marry her." "What if she says no?" he asked. "Well, son, call me Jim. I'm sure Princess Sophie loves you," Jim told Brandon. Brandon's mother came into the kitchen and said, "Brandon, if you keep on thinking she's going to say no, well, she won't. Of course she'll say yes." Brandon smiled and said, "I'm going for it." He called Sophie and told, "Meet me at the park next to my house. I need to ask you something very important." At the park, Sophie was waiting, and then Brandon asked Sophie, "Will you marry me?" Sophie was so happy that she began to cry. "Yes! Yes!" So Sophie and Brandon got married. Sophie gave birth to her child that she had 2 years later, named Birdie. So the message here sort of was that Sophie was in love. Her parents didn't want her to marry whoever she wanted, even though her mom was age 15 or 16. Age 15 when she got married. It was like what was saying, "Can't marry that guy. You can't marry that guy." Well, it was her choice, and she got married at age 16 and had birth at age 18. So that's why it's dreaming romance. It was both of their dreams to find humanity, but it was both exactly like them. Brandon and you know who? Sophie. Well, see you next time on my 2 stories I'm working on.